Jai Gurudev. Good? Was the Kriya good? Yeah. How is the state of the mind? Yeah. How was the state of the mind before you came here? Mess. What affects the mind? How can the mind state change like this? Did you ever think about this? One little thing your spouse or beloved one has to say to you. One little criticism and you see how the fire starts. Yeah, and one little appreciation. Cold water is thrown on the fire and you become very calm and happy, relaxed. What is this? How does this happen to the mind? You've been living with your mind 30, 40, 50 years, no? Yeah. How does it work? There are three fundamental rulers. Yeah? And they rule everything. Everything in the universe. From an ant to an insect to a human being to the climate to the multiverses, all the planets in the solar system, everything is ruled by Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. What is Rajas? What does it mean? The fire element is higher, is up. It doesn't matter whether the fire element is in a human being or that fire element is in the weather. Yeah, that is summer. Yeah, when your fire element is a little higher, you are enthusiastic, you are energetic, you can get up and do things. Yeah, but when it goes beyond a certain point, what happens? That same energy becomes restlessness, feverishness. Are you seeing this? Yeah, so even in Rajas there is a range. Yeah, when you are at an average level in that range, you are energetic, enthusiastic to do things. Yeah? And things get done, you are productive, you are successful. Yeah? But when this fire increases beyond a certain point to the higher end of the range, everything becomes a mess. Yeah? You're feverish about the activity, then you're feverish with the person in front of you, then that leads to arguments and the drama starts. Are you seeing this? Similarly, when tamas is there, there is a range for tamas. Little bit of tamas is required for everybody to sleep well at night, correct? But now if this tamas goes beyond a point, what happens to you? You're just dull and lazy and lethargic. Mind is also like that. What is a tamasic mind? More evil thoughts, conspiracy, yeah? Thinking bad about another person, seeing intentions behind other people's actions, judging other people. Tamas has increased in me. Yeah? I have gone beyond a point. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Tamas increases in the weather, in the climate. What happens? What is happening now in the climate?
It's cold.
Yeah, it becomes cold, it becomes wet when it's raining. Yesterday very tamasic it was. Yeah, it was raining all day yesterday. Yeah. Now, as we go into winter and starts snowing, the tamas increases even more. Have you noticed that affects your mind also? Yeah. Otherwise you will see people up and about in the neighborhood, so much activity in summer, and suddenly in winter it's desolate outside, not a soul in sight. Are you seeing this? Only the dynamics of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva do this. Yeah? So, what is Sattva? This state of mind. You come to Kriya, whether it is winter or summer. You can come to this calm state of mind after doing Kriya. Have you noticed? So it doesn't matter whether it is Rajasic outside, or I've come from a Rajasic home with being with Rajasic people, or I've come from a Tamasic environment. I can bring my mind to a Sattva energy level very quickly with Kriya. Have you noticed this? Same thing with meditation, same thing with short Kriya, same thing with watching Guruji's knowledge tapes. Yeah, the mind calms down. If the fire is too high, it comes down to a nice blue flame, just enough to keep you warm. Yeah, if the water is too much and it's a whirlpool, it comes down to a simple thin stream, just enough to keep you quenched. Yes, that's the dynamics. This dynamics rules everything in the universe. Everything. Yeah, even the nature of a planet depends on this dynamics, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. From there to whether there is life on the planet, how the life on the planet is, and how the life in each organism on that planet is. It affects my mind, my emotions, and how I am interacting with other people. Yeah? So now let's dissect it, how it affects us. Yeah? So Rajas, Tamas and Sattva affects the food. Yeah? Certain kind of soil will only grow certain kind of crop. You know this? Yes. Certain vegetables that are grown in India cannot be grown here. Yes. And vice versa. Yes. So Rajas, Tamas, Sattva affects the soil, that affects your food, and that affects your mind. If I take in a lot of tamasic food, I will become very tamasic. If I take in a lot of sattvic food, I become sattvic. Right? So whatever food I intake more, that's how my mind becomes. Yes? So number one is food. Second is place. Have you noticed every room in your house has a separate vibration? We do Kriya here. Don't you feel different in this room compared to the other rooms in the house?
Very much so. Absolutely.
Yeah. Same thing with you. Every room has a vibration. And it depends on the person who is living in that room. Yeah. So in your house, 4 different people living. Yeah. Go to their rooms. Just be in the sattvic state of mind and close your eyes and see how do I feel in this person's room and how I feel in this person's room. A Rajasic person leaves Rajasic vibrations in the place. A Tamasic person leaves a lot of Tamasic vibrations in the place. How do you feel when you go to a temple? Yeah? And the same, how do you feel when you go to a pub or a disco? Yeah? You see the difference? Every place has its vibrations. It's up to you to maintain the vibration of your own home. If you maintain your vibrations very sattvic in the house, yeah, in turn everybody will be happier. Rather than gossiping and fighting and arguing, they'll be talking about knowledge. They'll be talking more about love. There'll be a better connection between family members. So, place carries a lot of importance. Rajas, Tamas, Sattva affects place, and that in turn affects my mind. And I can turn this around. Yeah? Change the vibration of the place and you will change everybody's mind in the house. Yeah? Same with associations. Associations means the people I keep company with. If all my friends are all Rajasic and, feverish, and toppling over to the other side, that's how I will be. Yeah? Fire catches fire, no? Yeah? My friend has that, now I also want that. My friend does this, I also want to do that. Have you noticed tendency of your mind? Yeah? Watch your associations. Are they Rajasic or Tamasic? Yeah? Move them more towards Sattvic associations. Please don't go tell them, you are very Rajasic. No. It is for you to analyze and then move towards more Sattvic associations. Yes. Next is impressions in your mind affect you. Impressions, what are impressions? You've all done karma session? Yeah. I carry a lot of impressions from my past. Yeah? If I'm carrying a lot of Rajasic impressions from my past, I will be more of a Rajasic person. My mind will be more Rajasic. If I'm carrying a lot of Tamasic impressions from the past, I will be inclined to be a Tamasic person. Recognizing, oh, I have a lot of past impressions that are either Rajasic or Tamasic, I drop them. I make an extra effort to be sattvic, to meditate, to be in knowledge. Anything that will move me away from those negative impressions. This is a very personal level homework. Only you can do this. Only you can analyze what are your impressions about your closest family members first, then your other acquaintances and associations. They affect you. Next is actions. Whatever action you do, that will either be a Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic action, and that will lead that kind of fruit. If I am very feverish and I talk very feverishly and I fight with you, you will fight back with me. That's the fruit of my action. You are going to be angry with me. If on the other hand I am just too lazy, lethargic, not doing any work you have given me, that's the kind of fruit I am going to get back. Yes, I have to recognize how my actions are also. Am I very Rajasic in my actions or am I very Tamasic? And I bring a balance. Be more sattvic. And the last, the time of the day affects you. Early in the morning, it's easier to calm down, to bring your mind to a quiet, peaceful state like this. Have you noticed? Same kriya if we move to an evening time, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Does it have the same effect? Short-lived. Why? Because the time of the day also gets affected by Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. Are you seeing this? So that is why we say that do your sadhana early in the morning. It's best to do it early in the morning. But if you missed it, that does not mean, I won't do it today. No, then you do it at any time. But preferably early in the morning. Because it's easier to maintain your sattva level and then stretch it into the rest of the day. All these factors, food, place, associations, actions, past impressions and time of the day affect my mind. If I keep a lookout, where am I? Am I falling too much on the Rajasic end of the graph or am I falling too much on the Tamasic end of the graph? Can I bring a balance? Can I come to Sattva? It has to be a self-effort from your side. When you make this effort, then life becomes very easy. So this week, homework, observe everything that you do, everything that you say, the company of the people you keep. Observe the place and see, is it Rajasic, is it Tamasic, is it Sattvic? How can I change this? Yes? Everybody will do this homework? See you next week. Until then, keep doing your homework. Jai Gurudev.